Guys, Mr. BeetleBum here, and the road to Berlin has started, as we all know. Well, I know it's already been started for a bit, but I wanted to throw out a little video just to make sure that people are aware of, I don't want to say the best way to do it. I'm not the most brilliant guy around. I don't know how to do everything the best way, but I'll tell you what I've discovered. And before that, let's just say a couple things. First of all, it's kind of cool how you can just, scroll over, like, let's say the German Shepherd here, and then you get this little story here. The funny thing is normally in the past, these things are really boring, but these ones are actually pretty funny, man. They're pretty informative, and you got a lot of them to pick from, the pinups. We're talking about the field post here. I don't think there's anything over here. Oh, hold on. A recruit. I didn't read that one. I didn't see that one before. Anything this way? Nah, I don't think so. But anyways, if you scroll over here, you've got the officer during the war. You got the stories about the truck. You got another thing here for the front lines infantrymen. And then you got a little story about Berlin and all that. And then have you guys also noticed that, look at my beautiful tank here, guys. Man, she needs a car wash or a tank wash. Everything's all muddy right now. And you know what? I love it. I love it. I think that looks so... I wish I could keep it like this. I think that looks so awesome. That looks like, take away the silly skin, and but just keep the dirt on it. And, you got a tank that's starting to look more like what a tank actually looked like during the actual war. Ugh. Excuse me here. That's much better. That's better. Much better. Okay. So, first thing I wanted to talk about. A lot of people aren't even aware of this, man. I think I'm up to about 7 people now where I've mentioned this and they were just oblivious to it. Guys, missions, man. Whenever there's some promotion going on, whenever there's an event going on, you got to remember that there's going to be missions tied to it. Like right now, Tank Rewards has started another one for May. I just made a video on that one. By the way, good looking rewards. But there's missions as well for that. And then just like that, with Tank Rewards, Road to Berlin, man. Guys, Road to Berlin. You got 3 missions here. And what do you get? You get the tokens, man. And now you got to finish these off. And you get 3 tokens. And what are the tokens? Well, the tokens are huge. When you go into the Road to Berlin, remember, you pick the tanks. Whoop! Operation stage complete. Okay. I'm not sure what stage I completed there. But okay. Oh, there you go. That's what it is right there. Yeah, that was yesterday. I'm already like almost halfway through 4. Okay. Took a while for me to get my my reward for that. That's from last night. Anyways, what I was going to say is, pick which one you like the most. I love the Russian medium one. And then what you can do is go in here and look, guys, I got 3. Woo! Exchange. Now I got 1 times 15. Woo! Do that again. And then one more time. Hit me. Hi! There you go, man. Now I got 3 times 15. I got 1 times the 10 on this one. On this tank, I got 1 times 10 plus 1 times 5. On this tank, I got 5 times 10 and 1 times 5. And 5 times that's times, 1 times 5. And 4 times 10 and 1 times 5. These times 15 are really, really good. But remember to pick which tank you want. If it's just sitting here and you're just like, oh, okay, let's just go exchange. Woo! Well, you're not seeing up here where it's for that particular unit. All right? So that's it, man. That's the thing about using these tokens. I personally bought, it doesn't show it now, but before here it said you could buy, this booster bonus pack. And what it does is it gave you some 15 times. I think it gave you like 6 of them or something like that. And then also it took all my units and took them from tier 1 all the way up to tier 3. Now, it's kind of good, but yet I wish I hadn't bought it. And the reason why I'm saying it's good, value-wise, it's very good. For the amount of gold that it cost and for what it took to get to level 3, it's actually very good. Here's the thing. At level 1, you get very little XP, right? Even when you're using your times 15, it's still pretty small because you're in a tier 1 tank or level 1 tank. As you go to level 2, you get more XP, more credits, more everything. And then finally, of course, level 3 is where it's at. So on one hand, I'm kind of glad I did it because, as you see, I'm progressing faster because I'm getting more XP from it. But on the other hand, I kind of wish that I didn't because it would have been fun to just level up each of these tanks from level 1 to 1, 2, and then 3. The other thing to bear in mind is if you buy it like I did, for the reason why I'm not playing it right now, well, other than the fact that I'm making videos, is the fact that there's not many people out there, other than the people who bought the bonuses, there's not as many people playing level 3 yet because everyone's still progressing through. I'm not really too worried about it. I'm still having good enough games, and I know daily I'll be able to keep getting those the boosters or whatever there through the missions. But it would be nicer if there was a lot more players at level 3. And luckily for me and my clan, the BeetleBum Brigade, we actually have a few players, more than a few players that are at level 3 already. So it's kind of nice being able to clan up. I would definitely recommend that you platoon to do these. I find when I'm not platooning that no matter what tank I'm in, I'm at the front. It doesn't matter if I'm in a TD, a medium, or a heavy, I'm at the front. Honestly, the reason why I picked the Winged Spearhead as my favorites, they are hands down the Russian mediums. I play this as a light, okay? It's my job to spot. And man, these arty are a bitch, I tell you. Once you start playing, man, you're not even spotted. And once you get spotted once, that's it. Even if you're like haven't been seen by a tank for 30 seconds, it doesn't matter, man. The arty are still shooting at you. They're just crazy to get away from. It depends what map you're on. All I can say is, just stay behind a building and be up front, stay behind a building if you can, and just hope that your team will snipe off the tanks as they try to come to you. So I actually relish the role of being a scout. The T-44s also are fast enough to be a scout, whereas these guys, they're not. I mean, you still, if you're the only one there, it's best that you do it, but or maybe the heavy. But I still prefer going in the Winged Spearhead in the T-44s. It would be nice if heavies are right up front, but in all honesty, when I'm playing, I really don't mind, as long as they're doing damage, as long as they're not sniping, as long as they're not too far. Because what I find is at the beginning, the first few waves you're going to get are pretty simple. You spot, let your team destroy them, and trust me, you can destroy plenty as you're doing it. But as you get towards the third and to the end waves, you really need to be close together. You need to have your heavies up front, because there's a lot of times where you need to push in. You first have to stand back and snipe to try to take out the TDs. Are always a bitch because they got great armor. You got to flank them so that they turn their sides to your support tanks, so that they can shoot them. And also the arties are a bitch. For that reason, let me just throw out something. You see this one right here? This is incendiary shells, guys. Most of the mediums have them. Actually, you know what? Let me just explain what special rounds you have, okay? We'll start with the tank destroyers. You have the incendiary rounds and you have the air attack, okay? The next ones are mines for the Ironsides, the IS-2s. They get minefields and a mortar strike. And then for my favorites, you get the Katyusha rocket launchers. Basically, it's like, dropping rockets in the area. And again, incendiary shots. And then these, the American mediums, incendiary shells, and an airstrike. And these are actually pretty funny, man. The Churchills get the artillery strike, but they also get this full throttle, which It lasts for like a good 8 or 9 seconds, I believe. And man, you haul ass, man. You can get from one area to another. If you got to cross a road where there's a tank destroyer, you just wait for them to shoot, kick that in, and haul ass across the street, and you're good. But let me go back to here. The reason why I'm bringing up the special shells and special abilities, guys, is these incendiary shells are very important, especially if you're playing a T-44 like a light. Make sure you hold on to these, not for too long. But there's going to be your basic German mediums that are coming out, but then there's going to be the elites. It doesn't matter if you use them, on the normal German mediums. That's fine. But what you want to try to do is just shoot one. Hopefully, you can shoot one that's already been shot a little bit, because these you get your damage plus it ends up lighting them up, and it probably takes. From your regular units, it takes about 3/4 of their HP away from full HP. For the elites, it probably takes about half. 2 of those shells, me alone against an elite, 2 of those shells, it's dead. When you're just playing the regulars, it's really nice when you get someone that has either somebody has already shot it, and then you shoot and you waste and they're killed, or you shoot first and get them down next to nothing, and hopefully one of your teammates are going to want to use it. If you got 2, though, don't shoot your second one on that regular German medium. I mean, unless if it's the last one, of course. You want to try to save those for when you got something full health or when you know that you can kill it. Either way. The other thing, airstrikes play it the exact same way. Once it comes up, use it. Use it. You got to have a tank. This is the reason why I take my T-44 up front close to the enemy, is because the closer one of your team's players are to the enemy, the further your area that you can actually drop bombs. If everybody's sniping, you're not even going to be able to put a bomb on the enemy. You'll see them on the map, but when you go to do the artillery strike, you won't even be able to put your target over top of them, okay? That's why it's important to be going up front. The other thing is, remember, what happens is when you go out, you get a wave that comes at you, okay? And then your job is to it tells you how many you got to kill, and you kill them. Now, once you get down to the last one, if you're running out of time, it's going to say, hey guys, don't forget, stick to the plan, hurry up, that kind of thing. But then once you get them killed, what's going to happen is they're going to call for reinforcements. So they're going to drop bombs on you. Okay, a lot of people are. It reminds me. It kind of takes me back to World of Warcraft. Like, stop standing in the fire, you moron! I see a lot of people that are getting stuck in those. There's no reason to. Just keep driving. Remember, all the tanks are dead now. But what you've got to also be thinking is not just drive through those and get your ass behind something, because now what's going to happen, you'll see the arrows coming down at you, and that's showing you where the tanks are going to come from. They're normally going to come from at least 2 different flanks, okay? And they are going to start hitting you hard because you're out in the open. So when you finish the last guy and they call for support, get your tank, haul ass. Even the heavies can drive through those, no problem, as long as you're paying attention. And you should be driving until you're safe. Just hide. The other thing to remember is, okay, so once haul ass, get behind something, hide. Here's another reason, okay? This game, the way it's coded, the Road to Berlin, spawns will come up as they're spotted, meaning if you fan out on the 3rd wave and you go around a building this way, all of a sudden, there's like an elite and 3 heavies there. Fuck, now you got a flank you got to deal with. Meanwhile, I'm over here and I'm going around a wall, and all of a sudden, boom, across the bridge, there's another, 2 elites and 4 regular mediums, and now they're coming in. And if someone, oh my god, if someone goes in the middle, boom, another one. So the key thing here is, if you really want to if you want to own it, is try to play all together on one flank and going one way. Because if you do that, you light up the guys that are close to you, but you don't light up the guys on the other side. Now, you want to be able to flank as much as you can, and depending on which map it is, sometimes it's best just to, like I say, stick together, and then there's other times where it's better just to, like when you're in the town and when there are no flanks, when everything is just coming to you. By the way, I'm not sure if you know, like depending on which one you use, I think there's like 3 different versions of the maps that you can go through. The progress, they're not all the same. I think it's 3, it might be 4. But anyways, there's one that's really just like in town. There's no bridge to cross or anything like that. And I found that one was okay if you all split out different ways, because that one you kind of have to flank. But then there's other ones where there's bridges involved where you really make it hard on yourself to succeed if you're fanning out and you gain them coming from all different angles. So most of the time it's best to stay like really close together, and just have one guy up ahead lighting up the arty and whatnot. And yeah, that's about it. I think that's about all I can remember right now, guys. If anything else comes to me, I'll try to add it to the comments of the video. But I love the game mode. I think it's a blast. I would take this over Frontlines anytime, because it kind of forces us to work together. If you don't work together, then you're not gonna get anything. I was in a couple pugs pickup groups, in the random, a couple times where we got nothing, and there's no reason to point blame or anything, because those people aren't probably listening, and it's not going to help. But it kind of sucks when you get zip. It's one of those ones where it's all I can say is it's one of those games where it's like I'm constantly doing this, like come on up, guys. It was one of those things. And when that happens, there's really nothing you can do about it. That's why I say it is, if you can, platoon. And you can platoon up to 5 people, guys, not just 3, 5. So if you can, platoon, because then you only have yourself to blame. And what I mean by that is you're probably going to do a lot better. And then that's how you go through these a lot faster when you're averaging, like 1,000, 2,000, that kind of stuff. When you're getting 0, that's really, really a waste of time. But anyways, I still love it. Hands down, way better than Frontlines. Million miles apart from Frontlines, in my own opinion. But anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy the Road to Berlin. Have fun with it. Get at it. And get her done. And until the next time, I'm Mr. BeetleBum. Oh, and come on by and see me on Twitch, man. Come watch me stream. Come check out the rest of my YouTube videos. If you know anyone that needs help playing the game, tell them to come on by. So, take 2. I'm Mr. BeetleBum, and I'm out.